Hey, this is Mike. I'm going to give you a little glimpse into what I do some nights just as therapy and in making the tumblers that many of you have purchased. This is just a little demonstration of some of the things I do in the evening. You're going to see the process of making one of these tumblers as I paint this tumbler from the beginning to the end. This will be a step by step. You'll see a change of clothes because I'm going to do this over a couple of nights. I'm going to paint one tumbler tonight, show you the paint process, and then I'm going to apply some vinyl to the cup that I'm making tonight, one of the cups that I'm making tonight, and show you the powder coating process. I'll be doing the powder coating hopefully tomorrow night, if not Saturday night. Therefore, you're going to see over a period of time what takes place. I can make a couple tumblers a night from cutting the vinyl, weeding the vinyl, painting the tumbler, placing the vinyl, and putting a clear coat on that tumbler. I've had a lot of really nice comments on those tumblers. Again, I do this mostly because I get a lot of pleasure from actually the process of doing these. It's a stress reliever. It's something therapeutic that I do, and I've had the pleasure of, when I present a tumbler, of getting a really great response from the person receiving the tumblers. I hope you like what you see. If you're interested in those, please feel free to contact me, and I'm going to switch over now and change out paint and bake tonight, and you'll see what takes place over time. Be right back once I get the paint loaded and ready to go again. As you can see, the cup's ready to go. This is going to be a bicolor tumbler. It's going to be black bleeding into a purple, and then I'll be putting Bible verse on it once I get the vinyl that I'm going to be using tomorrow evening. You're going to hear some noise. It's going to be the fan blowing. I got to have a fan in order to help pull out the powder that's overblow, but I'm going to do a black into purple bicolor once again. I've got the black loaded, getting ready to do it. You're going to hear me breathing through my dust mask and the fan going, and we'll be painting the tumbler here in just a moment. You'll notice I have my ground wire throwing a negative charge to the tumbler. The paint will be positively charged. That causes the powder to stick to the tumbler, and then you bake it, and it creates a liquid paint that seals and makes a really neat product. As I said before, this is a bicolored tumbler, so I'm painting half black, bleeding into a purple. I'm going to pause the video now and switch over to my purple paint. I've got to clean my gun, which happens to be a Grizzly powder coating system model T25100. This you can get for $100. I got mine from Amazon.com. It's not very expensive, and it's fun to just play with and do. So I'm going to pause now and switch over my colors. Okay, I've got my purple paint loaded, and I'm getting ready to put on my second color. And you're going to hear the fan once again. You'll also hear the Darth Vader breathing. Okay, second color is on, and what I'll be doing now is taking this, placing it in my 400 degree oven, and I just did a no-no. I didn't turn my power off on my negative charge, but I'm not throwing a positive charge, so I didn't get electrocuted this time. I didn't get a little shock. It's not that much of a power. But I'll spin my homemade carousel down. I made this with parts that I purchased from Southern Wholesale. I've priced these carousels as a kit for 80 bucks. I made this for less than 20. And it's, as you can tell, it's got several coats of paint on it and has been used quite extensively. I do have a plug that makes a pretty good finish around the rim of the cup, and I'm going to be taking it now and putting it in the oven. Right, this, ladies and gentlemen, is my oven. It's been preheated. It's sitting at 400 degrees. The paint that I use in most cases is a powder coat that requires a 400 degree oven for 10 minutes. I place this in for the full 10-minute cure. I do have a couple specialty paints that require a 12-minute bake at 400 degrees. And I've got a wide variety of colors, and it's I try to give a little taste of a lot of different things as far as the tumblers go. So I'm going to throw this in. You can see right now the tumbler as it looks. When it comes out, it's going to have excuse me, going to have just a regular paint coat that's baked in. After I throw the vinyl, I'm going to throw a metallic clear coat on this. The metallic clear coat really brings out a beautiful finished product. So I'm going to put this in and set my timer for 10 minutes, and then I'll start to take back and you'll see the finished product. Alright, you can hear that timer. That means that this tumbler needs to come out of the oven. Put on my good trusty oven mitt. Pull the tumbler out. And you can see what it is right now. It's pretty as it is. It's quite beautiful actually as it is. And I believe, however, that once you see the finished product with a clear coat on it, you'll like it very well. So that's it for tonight. I'm going to paint some other cups. I'll finish this particular tumbler tomorrow evening, hopefully, if not Saturday, and I'll talk at you later. Got to squat down a little bit. Alright, I've painted, I've cut vinyl, and I've placed the Bible verse on this particular cup. You know, I've been doing a black into purple with a Bible verse on it for a friend of mine. Tonight, I'm going to clear coat it. I'm going to show you that process, and then you're going to see the final product. So I've got pictures I'm going to throw into this video showing what I start with, halfway through, vinyl on, and then the finished product. So I hope you enjoy what you see. Just wanted to give everybody, again, just a glimpse as to what I'm doing when I make these tumblers. So I'm going to pause the video now, slap on the mask, and get ready to paint.
And you can hear I've got my fan going. I've got my mask on. Let's get the clear coat.
Okay, fan some of that dust out of here. Alright, looks white. I throw the clear coat on it. It's going to look white. When I bake it, you're going to see a really beautiful product. So let's get to baking. Okay, I've thrown it in the oven. I'll bake it for another 10 minutes. As I said before, my paint, most of it requires a 10-minute baking time. That's a curing time. That's the time it takes to turn it from powder to a liquid and cause it to set on the item that's being painted. I do have two colors that require a 12-minute baking time, but my clear coats and most of my paints require 10 minutes at 400 degrees. And you'll be seeing this change over time from this white that's shown here. And in about 3 or 4 minutes, you'll see this white disappear, and you'll see the colors that it was painted come through and the white go transparent. And this is a metallic clear coat, so it's going to have, it'll have a sparkle to it as well. You see now how the clear coat is going transparent, showing the colors below it. This will have a good shine to it, and again, it is a metallic clear coat. It makes a really beautiful product. I'll be pulling this out in about 5 more minutes or so. Remember how I said earlier that the clear coat would go clear and it would really bring out the colors on this? I love making these tumblers. And if you happen to want one, I'll enjoy just as much making yours as I have this one. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you later.